We're now sitting here live with Alan Steinfeld. New Realities, the host of the 12-12-12 event, the Miami Circle. Amazing energy with grandmother doing the ceremony before. And so many luminaries here and people. Tell us about this event. What are you feeling to people here?
Well, you know, every time there's a kind of double-digit event, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12, that's a sort of inner signal for people that something special is happening. So whether or not our calendar is arbitrary or somebody made it up somewhere, the fact that people are so much living by the calendar, the Gregorian calendar, when those events come, people wake up to something. There's this kind of added awareness that's happening. So why not capitalize, in a sense, on that awareness and remind them of the sacred part of themselves? Why not gather together in a sacred space here at the Miami Circle, which they're estimating to be about 5,000 years old or more. It might be connected to the Atlantean times, maybe. I mean, there's no way to actually register that. But actually, I did feel something very powerful. And when people talk about sacred spaces, it's a place where the silence can be felt, as opposed to being in the world and you're busy and busy. When you stop at a sacred place, something relaxes inside. That's my experience. So it was a great ceremony.
And we're going to be seeing you also at Synthesis, December 21st. Lots of things coming up. You're talking to Cancun. Tell us about these next few weeks. What do you think, what do you feel is going to be happening?
Right.
Transformation? What do you think?
Well, this is the end of a historic time that I've been tracking for 25 years. So when I saw Jose Aguirre speak in 1987, he was talking about then the end of the Mayan calendar. But he said on August 16th, August 17th, 1987 would be the countdown time. That was called the harmonic convergence. And the harmonic convergence was also the end of another cycle, which began in 1519 when Cortez invaded Mexico. That was predicted, the return of this white god. It just wasn't the right one. I mean, it wasn't really the Mayans that predicted it, was the Aztecs. So at this time, this has been a recapitulation of history, these last 25 years. So we've seen the awful wars of the 20th century. We've seen as deep and as stuck in materiality, as in density as you can be. We can't get any denser.
Very dense here in Miami, for sure.
No, not just Miami, but look at the planet. Look at all the awful things that have happened and are still happening. But this point in time, December 21st, 2012, and the alignment that's happening with the galactic center, the dark hole at the galactic center, the black hole there, the sun and the earth come into an alignment that I think activates greater potential in our brain. Those dormant areas of thought that we have yet to wake up start to come online, and people start to feel new things. And that's what's going to happen. That's already happening, but it'll happen in a collective way.
And your New Realities is your big, but tell us about what you think is going to be happening the next year with not just New Realities, but your projects and what you're going to be focusing on. A lot of people are shifting to like sustainability, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, sustainability, we have to come together now as a global civilization. Not like what people have feared, the one world government. Right. But a global, interdependent, self-sufficient, biotechnical civilization that honors the earth, that honors each other, we can work as a planet. I mean, the alignment with the galactic center means that we are coming into a cosmos that I feel on my show welcomes other beings. This is not the only place on planet Earth that there's life out among the stars. No, we are part of a bigger organization, and I think 2012 marks the jumping off place for that collective realization. I mean, a lot of people have suspected that. Some people have had encounters, but when is it time for the planet itself to realize that the old myth that we're all alone in the galaxy, in the universe, is really just a myth? So that's partly what New Realities is about. It's about activating the awareness that there's more to consciousness than what we just see on this planet. And that's very exciting. This is, and the most, most critical moment in human history when we realize we are not alone. And that's what new reality, that's one of the things, including healing, psychic awareness, energy, you know, it's the activation of something higher than just the emotional drama, right? Like all day you're caught up in the dramas, this person's doing that. There's something else going, right. There's something beyond emotion. That's a kind of energetic awareness. And we still have emotions. We still have to deal with that. We're still living in
still human for now.
And we're still living in our 3D body, our Earth, and that's a great, great thing. And we still have relationships we have to take care of. But there's something else being, as Jonah nods at his girlfriend, and she nods back. We'll talk about that later. Okay. I do counseling too.
Good right now.
So besides the physical and the emotional, there's awareness that there's more. Like, we are the observers of the emotion. So instead of getting caught up in the dramas, you step back and say, well, I'm feeling this, or this feeling is happening with me, but you don't identify with as acting out. We gain an awareness that, yeah, well, you should. So when you feel like something, you don't have to like yell or scream. You say, you notice the feelings. You notice it. You become the observer, and then you can handle it any way you want. But you don't have to react to what you're feeling. And it's not easy. I'm still working on that myself. But that's the next level of evolution. Eckhart Tolle, he's a brilliant teacher. He says, you're not living life. Life is living you. So when we see that we're all one energy out there in our individual containers, we see that there's really only one being here. And that's consciousness, and that's new realities.
Wow, so thank you so much for taking the time and hosting this.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, partly what I do is gather people in community. I mean, we're here to live together. We're not isolated people. I'm always looking for a community, so I'm very happy to bring people together here at the Miami Circle, in Cancun, in Chichen Itza. I mean, not just me, but all of us coming together as an alignment of thought. And thank you for doing your work.
Thank you, Star Brother.
Star Brother, yes. Star Sister, thank you.